There's something different going on at UNI in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Different by NCAA wrestling standards, and certainly different by Iowa standards.
If you walk around the halls, you can kind of get the sense of the nostalgia that's still here, because we still wrestle in the same place. First match was in 1926. We'll wrestle North Carolina here in about 11 days, right out in the same place.
There's only a few places where wrestling's really important, and this is one of them. We have great alumni, we have incredible support, we've had incredible history, we've won a national title here. There's not a lot of places that can say that.
The Panthers are moving as a coaching staff in a very different direction. Doug Schwab is the conductor of the Panther train. He was basically the Iowa poster boy until he wasn't. 2010, he gets a job at UNI.
What drew me to UNI, a lot of things. I mean, I'm from Iowa. I'm a small town Iowa boy. Both my brothers wrestled here. It just fits me, you know? I mean, UNI, if you look at it on paper, we're an underdog. My coaching style, wow.
All right, I'm gonna blend two people together. You got the Tasmanian Devil and Mother Teresa. Because if you look at him like at a wrestling tournament or a match, right, it's the Tasmanian Devil. It's just this big tornado of chaos.
There's intensity, energy, and just like, I always believe that there's more there.
Once you get inside that tornado and you really get to know what's in there, he's probably the most selfless man I've ever been around. He really lives his life to serve.
In 2017, most Division I coaches kind of consider themselves like CEOs. Put together a team of coaches that handle the day-to-day. The UNI staff, not so much, right? These guys are literally in the trenches with their athletes day in and day out. It's pretty impressive to watch. Take a look at what they had to say about their expectations of their athletes.
You're not cultivating a wrestling career. That's very limited, right? So what we really try and get our guys to buy into is what you're doing here is cultivating a lifestyle.
I believe that they're capable of doing incredible things. If it's not on the mat, then it's going to be helping a teammate. If it's not helping a teammate, then it's going to be out in the classroom. If it's not in the classroom, then it's going to be when they have a family. They're capable of great things.
So everything they do, we want it to be as excellent as it possibly can. And we really think if we get guys to buy into that excellence in all areas of their life, winning will be a byproduct of that.
When he first got the job at UNI, they were probably considered the little brother in the state. But something tells me things are changing.
Oh, how to change from being little brother, right?
I mean, just because we're the smaller school, we're 12,000, and Iowa and I were 30,000+, and we have a smaller budget, and we know we can be called a little brother, which we're not, but I love that.
Most people will look at something as a detriment, but if you change your perspective on it, if you shift your paradigm and you look at lower enrollment than everybody else as a detriment, we look at it as a positive thing. So being a little bit smaller, we can give the family environment everybody talks about, we actually can give it. So maybe you don't have the budget as everybody else, you can use that as kind of chip on your shoulder. So now we got to work harder, right? Hard work can actually be something that you stand for because you have to do it to be successful. And that's one of the things we have to do.
Don't get it twisted, okay? The guys at UNI, they really want to win wrestling matches. So much so that Doug Schwab is picking a fight with his alma mater, the University of Iowa, at something that's called the Iowa Fight Night, where all the college teams get together. Tom Brands, the head coach of the University of Iowa, didn't show up himself, but he did send Thomas Gilman as a mouthpiece.
Yeah, you're right. Tom's not here. He's got better things to do, I guess, than sit here and argue with Dresser and Schwab here. You want to see Tom Brands, come down to Iowa City. Best place in the country to watch wrestling, to wrestle, to practice. These guys know it. They're just too afraid to admit it. Not sure what the whole oranges is about. I mean, if he was a real man, you just call us say, you know what I say to that? I say you. If you don't like my mouth, the door's over there.
Like, I think we should wrestle. It makes sense for us to wrestle. I don't know if we'll ever wrestle again. I don't know. I certainly will leave a date open. We have dates open this year. We'll have dates open next year. We'll have dates open the year after that.
I would say I don't know, but I kind of get it, man. Like, you get to a certain point where it's even, and like then you really got something to lose when you wrestle us, and maybe not a whole lot to win, right?
It's okay, Iowa wants to be the center of the wrestling universe. If we can have a sold-out arena, wherever it's at, we need to do it.
You can say what you want about UNI Panthers, but it's working. In 2015, they had #4 recruiting class in the country, right? Right now, as we speak, they're in the top 12 in the country. That's pretty impressive for a small little brother school in the middle of Iowa. What's most impressive to me is the fact that they got every one of their guys to buy in.
Hey, if you're going to run them, you run them. Come on, run them. Come on. Hey, empty the tank like you're running that ball. Come on, empty the tank. It's about learning. It's not about scoring points right now. Later on in your career, we get to NCAAs, it'll be about scoring points. It's getting better right now, right? So stance of motion, finish up. Yeah, when you get tired.
In a world where most Division I coaches are selling the Olympic dream, the coaching staff at UNI are selling something a little bit different. Once the last whistle is blown, their focus is on progression. Progression as an athlete, progression as a student, progression as a human being. When the emphasis is put on progression, the limits are boundless.
You don't have to try to fit in a box to be here. You don't have to be like something. Like, you have to love the sport. You have to give back to your teammates. You have to learn from your mistakes. You have to freaking give full effort every day and just work your freaking tail off. If you do those things, man, we're going to love you. We're going to support you. We're going to try to make you a better man, and we're going to get better at wrestling.